Wow. Here we are. We're on the eve of moving aboard for 1 year.
Woo.
That's tomorrow, right?
It's our anniversary.
1 year
our special
tomorrow.
boat anniversary. It's exciting.
It is big.
It's big.
And we did, what, a 3-month living aboard?
No.
We did a 6-month living aboard video?
No.
We did 1 month living aboard.
We did.
We meant to do a 6-month, but we got super busy, and I think that's what we'll go through. Is highlights of living aboard a boat for a year.
Mm-hmm.
For the year.
Some standout moments, some lessons learned.
Yes, because it seems like that's what people want to know.
Yeah, let's do it.
We're the Cognitos, a married couple in our early 40s with no kids who love to dance, travel, and live life on our own terms. We purchased and moved aboard a sailing catamaran named Lost Cat and brought Kirby Cat along with us for the adventure. Now we run a charter business and teach people the ropes and hard truths of life aboard a boat. Our goal is to help you move from dreamer to doer. Get to know us here on YouTube and join us for a real-life sailing adventure to see if you've got what it takes to live a life at 8 knots.
Here we go, 1 year.
1 year aboard.
What do you got? Where do you want to start with?
I thought we could break it down into some categories.
Okay, I made notes.
That's right. Okay, so how about, why don't we start with the biggest struggle you had adjusting to life aboard?
Biggest struggle.
Yeah.
I think the patience has always been something with me that I've always struggled with. It doesn't get done quick enough that I feel that I can do it quicker. And we aren't leaving. We need to be leaving now. Why aren't we done now? So being patient and relax. You live on a boat, dude. That's what my dad said. There shouldn't be any stress. You live on a boat. All right.
But we are life at 8 knots, not life at 4 knots for a reason.
Yeah, we're
we
supposed to
work.
set goals and not schedules. Well, we kind of have schedules because that's what we do. We still work the boat.
Mindset, I think, for me was the biggest struggle. I had been working in a corporate environment for a long period of time and was constantly hustling and going from, waking up in the morning, putting on my costume, going to work, from 8 to 5, doing events afterwards, being parts of boards and doing all the things that you're supposed to do. And it was tough when I moved aboard to not have all those distractions to occupy my time. Sure. My scariest moment aboard. Okay, it's kind of a crazy story which we haven't shared before.
Oh my God, that's right.
Yeah. So we had family visiting in Miami, my brother and my niece and nephew, and my sister-in-law. We anchored up in front of the Ritz-Carlton or wherever they were staying, some really nice place in South Beach.
A dinghy in, you guys had dinner and then came back.
Then the next morning I wake up to go to the bathroom, and as I'm heading to the bathroom, I see a flash out of the side of my eye, and I look up into the salon, and there's a guy on our boat. He is sitting on our salon couch, and he's got my mermaid blanket on, which was really funny. I looked back on it, and he looked at me, and I looked at him, and we were both really scared. And I just said really loudly, "Oh my God, James, there's a guy on our boat." And I hear James almost fall out of bed. And he's like, what? And I said, "There's a guy in our boat." And I stepped into the bathroom and I shut the door.
I loudly cocked the gun and told him there might be foul language in this. Might be some foul language. I told him to get the fuck off the boat or I'll shoot him in the face. And then came around the corner. He had a gun pointed in his face and he was like a 90-pound, 15, 16-year-old kid.
Well, I don't know he was that young.
He was pretty young. I don't know what the deal was, but I put the gun away. I can handle him physically. I think it was a little too nice. I even gave him a ride back to the beach.
Gave him shorts and a ride back to the beach because he was in his underwear.
He was going to swim to a cruise ship.
Yeah.
I don't know. Stay out of Florida. Stay out of South Beach.
Luckily, nothing bad happened, and that kid didn't have any ill will towards us, but it was a huge wake-up call to me that you can't just have your boat unlocked all the time, and you can't just put your trust in man like that, because you never know. I mean, had he come onto the boat and had any ill intention for us, I mean, he could have easily done that, and
No one would have known.
and no one would have known.
Wouldn't
Right?
have.
It was definitely the scariest moment of my life, and
I almost got shot in the
had,
face.
had a little bit of trauma after that.
Oh my gosh. Just finishing a 4-8. Oh, it was a long. And weather turned bad, so I kept going on no sleep, and we got hit really hard off of Cape Fear. Mm-hmm. Like, it was forecasted, but I was like, oh, it looks okay. Pitch black, 30 knot winds out of nowhere in like a whole different direction, just spun us around. I didn't know what to do. Broke battens, like I just now replacing, getting the battens all back in and tightened.
Well, it's funny that that's your scariest moment, because that was one of my proudest moments. Was going around, I guess, Cape Hatteras on the way to Cape Fear, and you had to go down to sleep because you have to take your rest when you can, and we had big swells, like 8-foot swells, and so it was the first time I had taken the helm by myself in seas that big.
That was kind of the biggest we've had so far.
Yeah, so that was a real proud moment for me. That, you know, at one point I looked out at what I was doing and really kind of took myself out of my body and looked at what was happening around me. I was like, I'm kind of a badass. This is really cool, and it really helped to build some confidence in me. Do you have a proudest moment?
It was proving that we could make money with the boat. That was our goal and our dream, and we were able to accomplish that.
Awesome.
Because that's what we did in Florida. The world
Yeah.
was closed, but we made the best of it.
We
And
did.
we're able to do charters through the Keys and Florida, day trips, whatever we had to do, got the boat paid for.
Let's talk about favorite moments.
Favorite
We've
moment?
had a lot of great, amazing experiences aboard Lost Cat this past year. I mean, we've traveled to some awesome places. You're so sentimental.
Well, we went from Proudest to the most. Oh my god!
Oh my god. What are some of your favorite moments?
I think it was diving with my dad from my boat.
Ah,
That was cool. The Cognito family video, I talk about my dad being my that first dive instructor when I was 8. But I don't know. It's like he's always seen this for me, so I was able to do it, and then take him and my whole family out on the boat, go diving, go sailing. So
one of my all-time favorite moments was when we were in Virginia and we were preparing for a hurricane. I can't remember the name of the hurricane. Isis. It had some funky name.
lots of eyes.
And so we went into a small little hurricane hole in Virginia. We met this awesome fisherman who also ran the local marina, Captain Billy, and he...
Ingram Bay Marina.
Ingram Bay, that's what it was called.
If
That's
you're in
right.
Chesapeake, stop in there and say hi. They got great diesel fuel. If you
Yeah.
need fuel.
Nicest guy.
Yeah.
And he and his lovely wife took us out on their fishing boat, which is really high-powered, fast fishing boat, to meet up with their son, who was on this humongous cable-laying vessel. And so for us to be able to capture that and to give them that video, that was a really special moment for me. It was one of my favorite. I mean,
If you haven't seen it, click here.
That's right.
It was really good. That was nice. To be
Yeah.
able to do that.
I mean, I think at the end of the day, the traveling is awesome, but it really is about the people that you meet along the way. That's the best part about the liveaboard life. But it's also the thing, I think, that when I think about what I miss the most about living on land, is that it's that sense of community. Of course, there is a liveaboard community, and anytime you go to a new cruising area, you meet people. But there's just something different about being in one place for a period of time where you build a community and you build relationships with your neighbors and your friends and your family, and that's something that I miss. So
I got life on land. What do I miss? And there's a big blank spot on my list. I don't know. I can food. I can cook the
miss
food.
mowing the lawn.
Mowing the lawn. I do like building things as opposed to fixing things. So looking forward to maybe buying some land and we'll build. I like seeing the rebuilding going on around here and going, oh, I could do that.
Yeah, gives you ideas and inspiration for
The
what
way
happens in the future.
what we're gonna do.
Cool.
Some of the biggest takeaways living on a boat is there's ongoing maintenance, and take care of that maintenance. You see something broken, like yesterday, the door was a little loose and I went to tighten the screw and it was stripped, so I had to change the screw right then and there. Just don't let it snowball, and just take care of all the maintenance as you go. You think of something, go do it.
I think for me, you got to give grace to your partner. I think it's important that you honor and respect each other's space and fallen moments.
Yeah, I'm working on that.
We both are.
Nick O'Kelly, if you haven't checked them out, the O'Kellys, board clarity, or he's like, everybody makes mistakes, and if it's not your turn to make the mistake, it's their turn. Just let it go, because you're gonna make that same mistake, maybe again. So that was just recently on one of their videos, and I was like, oh man, that's good. Mm-hmm. So take away from all the lessons you can learn from wherever you can learn them. Yeah. So that's a year aboard. Our lessons learned, just a quick video. The next couple of days, we'll be departing on our next adventure. Mm-hmm. So on our previous video, we announced that we're going to be heading to the ABC Islands.
The Dutch Caribbean.
Dutch Caribbean. Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao, to be more exact. That's it. We're all ready for our next move. Almost exactly a year from moving aboard.
Right.
With our big adventure, now we got another big adventure move going south. So.
Thanks for sharing your experiences with me.
Thanks for being here and making all the good experiences. If you're interested in following along with our adventures in our Life Aboard series, don't forget to subscribe.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.